Welcome to the Two Old Guys Reselling Podcast, episode 12. I am one half of your host, Chris, Old School Picker, along beside me, Caleb from the Old Pass. We are just two old guys selling in sheds in our backyards on platforms like Whatnot and eBay. Introduce yourself, Mr. Caleb.
I am the second half of the two old guys. I think I might be the cooler today because I got my Darkwing Duck shirt. Let me roll back and show you guys my Darkwing Duck shirt.
That is a cool shirt. I'm not going to lie.
Darkwing Duck was the man, brother.
Yeah, he was. That was a good show.
Yeah, it was.
I'm supporting the old Braves, who are like the hottest team in baseball right now. They are just absolutely crushing it, man.
I seen that. They're smoking it, brother.
It's a good time to be a Braves fan. I think they've won 9 out of 10 and I think 17 out of 19 or something like that.
Sound pretty hot right there.
They're pretty hot, yeah. And they've got a really good team. So we won it 2 years ago, but I think we have a chance to win the World Series again this year. We've got a chance for sure. I don't know that we will, but we've definitely got a chance.
I watch the series every year. That's about the extent of my baseball watching. I will watch a game here and there, but I watched the series they won. That's pretty cool, you know.
Yeah.
Got to support the home team. That's our home team.
First World Series win for them since 1995.
Wow.
Yeah.
Been a while.
The reason I can remember 95 is this year I graduated high school.
So, you're a true old guy.
True old guy, getting older.
Different generation, different century.
Ain't it so weird to talk about when you was born and you was born in the 1900s?
Yeah. My kids are like 19.
Yeah. Well, I was born in the 70s too.
So into the 80s, but yeah.
So yeah, we've been busy. Me and Caleb both have been pretty busy with reselling and just life in general. And
busy.
Yeah, haven't had a chance to talk a whole lot. We are actually filming this July 5th. So how did your July 4th July go?
It was good. Had a good time. We went fishing, for a little while, and nothing happened. The good old Farmer's Almanac said that it was going to be the best time to go on the 4th of July. Yeah, they failed on that one because we'd got no bites, no nibbles, no nothing. So,
oh, wow.
Yep.
Yeah, my dad used to be a stickler over those Farmer Almanacs, man. Every time it was, great fishing day, he was like, "Oh, we gotta go fishing." It'd be the worst.
Yeah.
But they are pretty good on the weather a lot of times, the farmers.
They hit it quite a bit. So I mean, there's something to the phase of the moon and all that. I don't understand it, but there's something to it.
So how's it been going, man? I know you had some pretty exciting delivery the other day.
I did. I actually took some video.
Ooh.
Yeah. I can't tell you when or if it will ever make it to YouTube, but I got some video of it, my delivery, and I'll just go ahead and, tell everybody the shed's here. The shed is the second shed. I'm fulfilling my complete Commonwealth Picker kit. I'm completing my kit. The second shed, and I won't name it the Supply Hut, I promise.
I wouldn't recommend that right now.
No. But it's here. It's set up. I cleaned it. All I had to do really was just sweep it out. So now it's just trying to figure out how much of it's going to be for personal use, how much of it's going to be for eBay.
Yeah.
Because basically my entire death pile is going there. And it sits, if you went to the back of this shed and just scooted over that way, you would be in my backyard at my shed.
In the front door, right?
At the front door. And I'll probably have to build a ramp on it because it's about 18 inches to 2 foot off the ground. The door is. So steps, ramp, something to get in and out real good.
Is it turned exact the same way, long ways?
No. It's like
sideways.
Yeah, mine now runs long ways towards the house. That one is turned sideways.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, in the backyard.
Mm-hmm. So pretty exciting. So
got
it delivered, and that all went well.
Oh, it went great. Yeah. The guy that delivered it, I didn't ask him, so I won't say his name, but he's a really nice guy, and he done a great job, man. He brought it out here great. He brought it through. I had to take down my fence, one post and cut my fence. He brought it right through there with his little gopher deal, set it up. He had it set up in about 30 minutes, but here's the thing. So he delivered it last Thursday. Thursday wasn't supposed to rain till around 5 o'clock. He had planned his delivery out for that time, knowing the rain was coming. We get the delivery or the shed. We're out here at about 2:30, something like that. He's setting it up. It starts raining on him. I felt so bad for him because he's got to crawl under it and push blocks. And I was like, oh my gosh, this poor guy. He looked like he'd been rolling in a mud puddle by the time he got done. It was so nasty, but it wasn't a heavy rain. It was just enough to make it nasty.
How far did it travel from where you bought it?
Man, probably
because it was a private buy, correct?
It was a private buy. It was out just right off of 127 after you go over the interstate bridge, Jamestown exit. It was just a half a mile past that, maybe a mile past that at most, but it was about 2.5 to 3 miles from my house. Yeah. So it took us like 5 minutes to get back. It was nothing. It really couldn't have been in a better spot, probably.
No. Well, I mean, if you would have bought one new, that's closer than any of the new places are anyway. So
it is actually.
Yeah, glad it worked out all right. So when's moving day?
That's a good question. Yeah. Me and Tanya actually, we worked out here yesterday morning. We came out here early, 6 o'clock, and she took about 225 listings worth of pictures.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff. I put it all up. Now it's just time to draft all that. So we emptied about 7 totes of the ones like you've got in your picture right now, those size, right there. We emptied about 7 of those and 2 clear totes. There is still like 18 totes back there full. So what we were trying to do was not having to carry full stuff to the other shed.
Right.
Carry the empty totes. So we did get rid of 7 that way. And I do know this much. The goal is once those are out, I can add 2 shelves like these right here in that back room. So 2 new shelves back there, and then I'll have room for 5 of those totes. I can't point over there. Those totes right there. I'll have room for 5 of those to stay in here. That way we can work 5 out and then bring 5 more in. Yeah. But then I can make up the number. I can keep that many in the other one.
That's kind of what. Yeah, it's kind of what I'm working on. I went and bought all these black totes with the yellow lids the other day, and let me tell you what. Them? Yeah, they're the best. I've actually had some of them. I've already got some of them, but I bought some more. But let me tell you what I did. I went and bought 10 of them. Okay, 10 of them, and if you buy more than 4 at Lowe's, they're like $10.50 a piece or something like that. Not a bad deal, actually.
No, probably the best deal you're going to get.
Yeah, and they're good tubs, and they stack. They stack really good. If you buy those, you really don't even, especially for your death pile, you don't really need a shelf.
No.
Just stack them up. Yep. But let me tell you what I did. So I stack up 10. I'm counting 10, make sure I got the right tubs. So then I just start flipping through and grab 10 lids, right?
Oh, I know where this is going.
Well, no, you think I forgot the lids. Well, I wish I had of, because I just grabbed 10 lids, throw them in the top tub, put them on one of those push carts that Lowe's has, take them up there to the register, don't pay a bit of attention, grab the 10, pay for them, come home, put them in my garage. Well, yesterday, I go out to the garage to grab 5 of them, 4 of them, how many ever I've got over here. And I'm starting to look through the lids to grab, 5 lids for the 5 tubs. And about 4 or 5 of the lids are broke all to pieces on one
Oh,
end,
no.
and I didn't look at them, so I'm gonna take them back.
Oh, man.
Oh, it's so aggravating. So, I mean, they're just if they just had, like, a little crack on them, whatever, they're just busted all to pieces
Wow.
on one end, and they're
It's
pretty much
aggravating,
not
for
usable.
sure.
So,
Wow.
I'm going to take them back probably today, the 4 I think it was 4 that was messed up, and hopefully they'll just change the lids out for me, but
They should.
they should, right, they should, but
They
you know how
should,
these places
hopefully.
work.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the tubs with me though, just to make sure because
Good idea.
well, I mean, the tubs is what's got the UPC, sticker on them, you know,
Yep.
the lids don't have anything on them, so
Yep.
and I'll take the receipt back but just having to fool with it, you know, is aggravating.
Mhm. No, that
Alright,
is all right.
so here we are 11 minutes in, and we've not mentioned the Two Old Guys Reselling Podcast Meetup at the Highway
Yeah.
127 sale this year
Yep.
coming up. I mean, we're basically a month away, right?
Yeah. 1 day
August
removed. Yep.
Well, August 4th, right? August
Mhm.
4th at 5:30. If you're gonna be in Crossville, Tennessee, that is the Friday of the 127 sale. Get your tickets now.
Yep.
Link is down below in the description.
Don't
And
wait till the last minute. As
well,
they
we sold several tickets this week. We sold like 5 more tickets this week. And then I know because I just got off the phone with one person that said they are coming and also bringing at least 2 more people. So that's going to be 3 more tickets. They haven't bought tickets yet. But I do want to announce who that person is. It's Eric, OBX Picker. And he is bringing 2 of the guys from the Reseller Information Network
woohoo.
to it. So if you guys want to meet and hang out with the guys from Reseller Information Network, 3/4 of them are coming. Eric, OBX Picker, Leroy, Blood, Sweat, and Sale, and Tim from Over the Years are coming. Tim and Eric came to the 127 last year. And if you've heard the story about the big hat deal, those are the guys that helped get rid of the hats on.
Oh, out in the parking lot.
Well, we
Yeah.
sold some of them at the Trash to Cash meetup last year in the parking lot, and also we had a huge whatnot auction
Oh,
that
wow.
night on Tim's channel, and we sold I don't know 200 hats
Oh,
or something.
my.
Well, I bought 800 hats. It was almost like 800 hats at one sale. So
Oh, my.
yeah, it was a good deal.
That's a lot of hats.
Oh my goodness, you don't even know.
Oh,
You don't
man,
even
that's a
know,
lot of
man. I don't know how long that whatnot auction lasted, but they rented a bed and breakfast or Airbnb, whatever, and we done the whatnot auction at their place. So yeah, I've
Wow.
got video of that, and I've still not
Oh,
ever.
I seen that.
Well, you've probably seen Jimmy Old School Flips' video of it. I've not ever put mine out.
I seen, well, it may be a different one, but I seen you and Eric, and no, this was older because Colton and Courtney and Rev Resell and Nikki T.
Yeah, no, that was a few years back.
Yeah, that's a few years back, and that was the 411, I think, wasn't it?
Well, they've come up here for the 127 sale before too, so I don't know which video you've seen. But yeah, I've met all those guys. Leroy, I've met him before. Great guys. I'm so glad they're coming to not only the 127 sale, but also the meetup. So shout out to the Reseller Information Network guys. And 3/4 of them coming. Cernoc's not coming.
Oh.
So Cernoc, I hope we find 800 more hats this year.
He's the hat guy, right? I mean,
he is the hat guy. We actually live streamed
expert.
him on Instagram last year. Yeah, we showed him all those hats, and he was like, "Oh my god, who buys 800 hats?"
Chris, the old school picker, I guess.
But yeah, excited about the meetup for sure. Picking the Plateau, August 4th. If you're going to be in the Crossville area, come and have free food, and well, not free food, but we'll feed you.
Yes, all part of the all inclusive,
all part of the package. Yeah, $25, and you get to come and hang out with a bunch of YouTubers and also some food. So
I'm excited because I get to come hang out with the old school picker. That's why I'm excited.
Yeah, but you can come and hang out with me for free.
Yeah, but this way you can't.
Maybe I need to start charging you.
You should. You definitely should. Hey, speaking of making money.
Oh, I was getting ready to hit that.
We've got some news here now.
We are monetized on the podcast.
Yep, on the audio side.
Audio side.
Yes. And we're rich. We are.
Yes, you want to talk about how much money we've made so far?
Hey, look, I'll show everybody how much money we've made.
Well, it's going to be hard to show our audio listeners.
Well, okay, I won't show. That's true. Okay, I'll just tell everybody.
We are talking about the audio side, and he wants to show.
So we've been monetized for 5 days officially. That's how our ad started or whatever. 5 days. And we have made, need a drum roll, 39 cents.
Woo!
Yes, sir. We are rich.
So 39 cents. Well, that's almost a dime a day.
Yeah. I mean, I'm actually now, in all seriousness, I'm excited to see what it does on Thursday.
Yes.
Because see, we caught it at the tail end of all of our views.
Yeah.
You know, the end of the week. So I'm actually kind of excited to see what it will do when a video premieres.
Drops. Right.
Maybe we make a couple bucks a week, you know.
Ooh. What will we do with all that money?
Oh, I know what I'm doing.
I'm going to buy me a Hot Wheels.
A Hot Wheels? I think you need a big wheel.
What else are you going to afford for $1?
I want you to get one of them tricycle big wheels and ride it up and down the road. We'll video that.
Well, it will take a year to buy one of those.
Take a year or two.
Or two. Right. Well, I figure by the time, so we've got 40 cents so far. So by the time we pay Uncle Sam, and by the time you pay me, you'll get a nickel.
Yep. He is expensive, guys. I mean,
yes, I'm expensive.
Yes.
I should be worth $0.25 a week at least.
I have had to pay him so many bags of toy parts already. It's ridiculous.
And all I've really asked for in return is for him to use my links, and he refuses.
That's the one thing I have failed to do.
The biggest thing you could help me with, and you failed.
Yeah, I'm a good friend. Man. I am such a good friend. But speaking of money, right, and podcasts, how does a guy get a sponsor?
Well,
I mean,
how
in the world?
Okay, Corey is sweating right now because he knows we're going here.
Yeah, we're here.
So
we've been
here.
Got
several bones to pick right here with Corey over at Grams and Pops Vintage. Okay, he sponsored the latest episode of Reseller Clickbait Podcast. Right, sponsored it. Okay, that's one.
And got his name and her name mentioned at least 25 times, probably.
Maybe that's our problem. Maybe we don't need to be mentioning these people for free.
Maybe
it's our fault.
It's probably our fault.
But here's the thing. I went on YouTube the other day, and he shared a community post where he had sponsored them, and he called Reseller Clickbait Podcast the best reselling podcast on YouTube.
That hurts.
That
right
hurt.
Here. Right.
Let me tell you what hurt. Here about 3 weeks ago, Corey and Teresa, this has to be Corey. I can't blame Teresa for this. This has to be Corey. They were at like 960 subs. I done a huge shout out for them. Shout out for them on the Old School Picker channel. Push them past 1,000. Push them past 1,100 subs. I think they're around like 1,200 subs right now, maybe 1,300. And I'm going to take all the credit for that. And then they sponsor another podcast, and they call that podcast the best reselling podcast on YouTube. What are your thoughts on that, Caleb?
They're probably right.
They probably are. Oh yeah, I wonder how.
I mean, Ken's awesome. Jimmy's awesome. Love them guys.
They are awesome.
You know.
Speaking of Jimmy,
I don't know if they're the best, but
I don't know if they're the best. But come on now,
I mean, I believe our partiality might show a little bit.
Yes,
I
maybe.
feel like we're the best.
I feel like we are the best. We're way better than Trash to Cash.
Oh yeah, they ain't even got nothing on us. Yeah.
Who you got on your screen back there?
Jimmy, Old School Flips.
Speaking
Check
of
him
Jimmy,
out on YouTube.
yeah, Jimmy's
Like
been
they need more promotion. They've got a sponsor now.
yeah. Here we are sponsoring those guys for free.
No, we're
Free.
helping them out. And what about? Okay, this brings up a good point. I guess you and Ken are kind of the same. You know, Jimmy owes Ken $5, and now I owe you $40.
Yeah.
And Corey and Teresa try to pay off the debt, and Ken finds a loophole.
Oh,
So don't worry about trying
pays
to
off
pay
your
off the
debt.
debt, guys, because
Yeah.
Chris is going to have a loophole. He's going to keep it held over my head, dangling it like a carrot.
Like a carrot. So, of course, we're kidding, and we think the world of Jimmy and Ken
You're
over.
kidding.
Yes, I'm kidding. Well, especially with Corey and Teresa because they're channel members at the Old School Picker channel. So I can't beat them up too bad. But no, we're kidding. We think the world of all of those guys, to be honest with you. Our biggest bone to pick is with Commonwealth Flipper. I'm not even going to call him Commonwealth Picker.
Yeah. Who in the world?
Who in the world? You want to talk about somebody helping somebody? He done a giveaway on his channel for people to go subscribe to the Reseller Clickbait podcast. How many giveaways has he done for Two Old Guys Reselling Podcast?
Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 0.
0. Counting the next one, it'll be 1.
It'll still be 1. I want to know what kind of dirt Jimmy and Ken have on Kevin.
I think, yes, they must have some dirt on him.
They got to have something. Because
let me go through my old footage.
I mean, really?
I gave away an Enaman. I'm not sure if it was one of the fake Enamans that he's pushing on his viewers or if it's one of the originals. I'm not sure. But if it's one of the originals, I'm going to be very upset here. So, yes, we're talking about Kevin Commonwealth Picker. It's so funny every time we mention him or something, we get in a comment, you guys should get along. Those are good guys. People think I'm serious.
Let me give some real-time information right here. How many times I have spoke to Kevin in person? I've never spoke to him. That many.
Well, I tried to get you to come to the meetup last year.
Well, you tried, but I was still in my socially awkward, and I'm still in my socially awkward stage. I'm already having to buy paper bags and breathe in and out because I'm so backward.
No, Kevin's a great guy. He's come to the 127 the last 2 years. I don't think he's coming this year, but
see, he would be a greater guy though if he would give away an Enaman for Two Old Guys Reselling Podcast. But no, really, we're kidding. I think that's awesome. That's awesome. He did that for them guys. It really is. It is. That's cool.
Yeah, he needs to mention the upcoming meetup as well. Pickin The Plateau.
That would be a very awesome thing. We wouldn't complain about that. Not even a little bit.
But see, the problem is he don't listen to us, so he's not ever going to know about this.
Yeah, that's true. And I don't blame him. I mean, he already has to listen to Dave, so who's going to want to listen to more, anything?
What about Dave quitting his job?
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
No, I knew it was coming. Somebody mentioned it to me about a month ago that he was quitting. So I've known it was coming for a while, but congrats to Dave on that, man. That's big. It's a big deal. Big step.
Yeah, glad he's doing good enough that he felt comfortable doing that. Because that, honestly, that would be a very hard step to take. Security and into the unknown, because YouTube could kind of change policies or anything any day, and there you go. So.
Well, and I mean, me and you both took that step, but we were both kind of forced into that step.
Yeah. So yeah, I would. I mean, my story, I would still be at work. Being a part-time eBayer, probably doing like the list a few things a week gig. List 10 or 15 a week. Nothing like what I'm doing now. And I mean, I'm not blowing it out of the water or nothing, but it wouldn't be full-time. That's for sure.
Did you have a shed when you were still working?
Let's see. No, I did not.
You got that after you quit and went full-time?
I quit working technically August of 2020, and the shed was purchased in February of 21. So 6 months later.
So you knew pretty quick then.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I knew
that you needed extra room.
Oh, I knew I probably knew when I quit my job I needed extra room.
Basically in the last 2 years, you've already outgrown one shed and having to get two.
Yeah.
When's the third shed coming?
Hopefully there'll be no third shed. Hopefully there'll be no third
You just
shed.
need to buy a warehouse at this point.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Invest in some real estate somewhere or something.
Yeah. So that's exciting though. A new shed and all that.
I'm excited. And what's cool about it, this was a bonus I wasn't expecting. It's wired. It's got a bunch of outlets in it. It's got 2 lights under each loft. It's got a light. I may add like 4 right in the middle because it ain't got anything. But it's such a simple addition. It'll cost like $50. I mean, it's nothing. And it's got the skylight. It's basically this shed unfinished. It's got the skylight and everything. And what's so funny about it is the color of the shed is the same. I didn't buy it this way, but the color of the shed is the same, and the trim is 1 shade darker. So if you look at them, you can tell they're just a little different, but it almost looks like I ordered a pair of sheds.
Let's be honest, that being a shade darker, is it messing with your OCD already?
It did, yes, but I'm trying to get over it.
I knew it. He'll be at Lowe's buying a gallon of paint just to paint the trim. You will. Before it's over, you'll paint that. I know you.
He thinks it's funny. That's not funny.
I bet my mess back here is really bothering you. Look at all those boxes not broke down, all these tubs over here in the way. I have a complete disaster in my shed right now, guys.
It don't bother me at all. I've got a sticky note over your side of the screen right now.
That's a great idea, actually.
I'm just kidding. I don't.
No. Well, the reason my shed is all in a mess is because I am planning another Whatnot auction this Sunday.
Sweet.
This Sunday. It's already scheduled, actually, but I haven't started listing anything on it yet. But
better get on the ball.
Yeah, I got to get on it for sure. Those tubs right there are full of stuff for Whatnot. No, I'm not going to run all of that this next auction. There's no way. There's probably 500 items in those tubs right there.
Run it all.
Yep. Man, that'd be like a 24-hour auction.
Yeah, that'd be a long auction.
Then it would be like a 48-hour shipping.
Oh my gosh. You'd never finish.
I'll probably do a small auction, probably 40, 50 items this week. And so I'm going to leave the link down there below in the description for the actual auction. So everybody go check that out and bookmark it, and hope to see you there. It will be at 7:00 Eastern, 7:00 Eastern, Sunday. What is Sunday? The 9th? Is that right?
Yeah, 6, 7.
Yeah, the 9th.
Yep.
So
I'll try my best to get in after church.
Yeah. Caleb will have to preach a short sermon. Get up there and say, guys, I gotta go. OSP 7 or Whatnot.
Yeah, they'll understand.
So yeah, I'm sure they will. So we want to get into last week's episode, any?
What happened last week? I don't even know what you're talking about.
What happened is exactly what I told you was going to happen.
I had a couple of supporters. I did.
Yeah, but they were supporting you, not what you were saying.
I don't care what they was supporting. They was on my side.
I'm on your side. I'm on your side. Listen, I'm on your side. But when it comes to priority boxes, you're 1,000% wrong.
Listen, I never said, okay, let's revisit this for 30 seconds. I never said it was
seconds, nothing.
I never said that it didn't make sense for some people. It's not for me. That's probably the best way to say it.
But help me understand why getting free priority boxes is not right for you. Help me understand this.
One thing I do. Once I pack something, I then, after it's packed, weigh it and check the dimensions. Now, that's just not something you can't change. You can weigh it and measure it out and see what it would go in, You get what I'm saying? Like you could figure out, well, this would be a UPS or
But
this would be a, whatever.
before you list an item most of the time if it's going to go priority or UPS.
Within reason. Yeah. You pretty
Anything
well know.
under like 3 or 4 pounds is going to be cheaper priority most of the time.
Most. Yeah, I agree. Most.
So once again, why are you not using free priority boxes?
Because I don't want to.
It's OCD. I know what it is.
No, it's really not OCD. Well, one thing is, and I believe this is a valid argument, I'd have to have more room for boxes.
You got a whole nother shed now.
No, I don't. No, you've got to forget about all that. So here's my thing. If I have to clear, that rack right there, say, and I keep all these boxes, how much is that space worth to me? A lot. That's probably got $5,000 worth of inventory on it right now. So I have to think, and I mean, I don't know, that may not even be a good argument, but
that's not a good argument. Let me tell you why that's not a good argument. Because if you have those free priority boxes, you won't need as many of the regular brown boxes. So they can
let me tell you what I've
got all my boxes on one rack back here. Priority.
What about I can't point
over here?
Way. Yeah.
Them? Oh, that's just boxes I've had where actually that's boxes I've got viewer mail in that I've just not broke down yet. They just need broke down.
My mindset comes from being in a warehouse environment for 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
They would always harp on, like rack space, yada, 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 how much it costs and blah, 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 and all that. And I'm like, yeah, there is something to, and I'm not saying like, if I put a stack of boxes up here, that's going to kill my profits. That's not what I'm saying. Yeah. But you weigh out, what would you rather have, 15,000 boxes or stuff to sell? I'd rather have stuff to sell. And what I'm saying is this. I buy 3 types of boxes that I could not buy if I did priority mail. The other sizes are way bigger than anything priority mail offers.
I understand that.
I buy 3 sizes of box. So those 3 sizes of boxes, here's what I do. I don't keep, like some people in their sheds will have like 20 sizes of box.
Mm-hmm.
I have like 6 sizes of boxes total. That's big boxes, or maybe 7. Big boxes all the way down to small boxes. And you've heard the term Frankenbox. I know everybody has. I do that. And if I have something that's going in a 12 by 10 by 8, but it's like, say, 9 by 9, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't want like a bunch of dead space, I can Frankenbox that and change it from being a rectangular box to being a long, slender box or whatever. You know how to do that. I've seen you do it.
You can do the same thing with free number 7 boxes.
Can you? Yeah, but then they look bad. That does play into my OCD. I don't think I could handle Frankenbox in a priority mailbox. I don't think I could.
I knew. Here's what I think.
It is part of it. I won't say it's not part of it.
I think if you look back there and you've seen brown boxes mixed with the white priority boxes, it would bother you.
You don't know. See, here you're wrong. They would never be mixed.
Well,
there you go. They would have
so you would have
over here, brown boxes over here. I mean, I'm that OCD. I couldn't have them mixed together.
Everybody let me know in the comments.
Why do we have to do this 2 weeks in a row?
Well, because it's fun. Everybody let me know in the comments below. Is it what Caleb's saying, which I still don't even understand, or is it OCD?
You don't have to.
Yeah. Is it OCD? Because I think I'm right.
I said it was part OCD, and it's also part preference, and it's part I just don't like them.
I think it's
I can still ship cheap. It's not like a huge chunk. I actually did some numbers. It probably cost me about $200 a year to do it this way, maybe $3, between getting the credit back. And I know I've heard the argument, well, you wouldn't have to use those boxes if you had priority, so it saves you more. I get all that. I get it all. But
also with your store coupon, you could be getting other stuff.
There is actually nothing else in there I want. I don't want the tape. I don't want the bubble mailers. I don't want the envelopes. I want the boxes. That's
I
all.
do like their bubble envelopes. You don't like their
I,
eBay branded bubble envelopes?
they're okay, but I mean, they're just, I don't know. But I mean, I just, I give you some envelopes. I run up on, I think I've got a dime per envelope in those. So
I don't know if I've started using those or not.
they're actually really good. I know they bust open on the side a little bit, but the bubble, the thickness is it's probably one of the better qualities I've ever felt.
Well, speaking of supplies and bubbles,
as long as it's not free supplies, let's go.
Well, everybody in the comments going to roast you again. So
again, yeah, I didn't get
2 weeks in a row, and we're going to get to the comments of the week in just a minute, and I can't wait to read them because like 2/3 of the comments are absolutely roasting Caleb about this, and I love it.
Okay,
but
still love you guys. Still love everybody.
Before we go to the comment of the week, I meant to ask you the last few weeks because 3-4 episodes ago they wrote out American Bubble Boy tape. You ordered some.
Yeah.
And I forgot to ask you how it was. You've had a few weeks to use it a little bit now. So what are your thoughts on it?
It is probably the best tape I've bought.
Really?
And that's not just saying it because it's American Bubble Boy. I have been through at least 6 different suppliers of tape. I get the tape that will stick for a few minutes and it'll pop. I get the tape that's yellow that looks like it's been sitting on a shelf for 5 years. I get the stuff that's just not sticky, the stuff that tears. I mean, get it all. Well, when I put that American Bubble Boy tape down the first time, I was like, man, this feels like duct tape. It is thick. It's really thick, and it's sticky, and it's just a good quality tape. So I will be buying my tape going forward from American Bubble Boy.
Well, they already have the best bubble wrap, so why
they
not
have the best? Right? They have the best. They did the best in the video, for amount that they advertised to what they actually. And I'm not, that's whatever, old news. But I mean, everything they got going on, they are a good quality bubble wrap, and now a good quality tape. And I heard, and I don't know, I don't keep up with all the chatter, but I heard they was going to roll out some more products.
Rumor, yes.
Is it a rumor?
No. Well, I can't say yay or nay on that yet.
See, guys, Chris is an insider. He don't even tell me this stuff. Chris don't even tell me this stuff.
I mean, when you're told not to tell, what are you supposed to do?
You still tell your podcast partner that.
Okay. Well, let me just say, everybody mute your ears right now, and I'll just say,
look away, guys.
I have a link for American Bubble Boy if anybody wants to use it.
He also has a Whatnot seller link. If one person would please go over there and then send Chris a note and say, this is for Caleb.
Well, that wouldn't make up for yours.
That's not going to make up for it. Yeah, I told you was going to act like Ken, and here you go. You're acting just like Mr. Bill.
To go back to American Bubble Boy, I had just ordered a case of tape. I've talked about this before.
Oh, I did the same thing.
Right before they rolled it out. So, but the next tape I do order will be through American Bubble Boy for sure.
Yep.
So somebody go to Jules' Instagram account and tell him that 2 old guys were talking about his product, because I would love to have a link over here. I would share my link with Caleb if we could get a 2 old guys link for American Bubble Boy. And a sponsorship if he really wants to chip in.
He'd share it with me, but he'd take the first $40. You can guarantee
How
that.
much would it cost? Okay, I'm going to ask you right now. How much would it cost to name your second shed after something?
Name it after something?
Yeah, how much of a sponsorship? Your second one, not even your first one.
Are you kidding?
No, I'm not kidding.
I'm telling you right now, there ain't nobody in anywhere going to want me to name my shed after anything.
Well, okay, how much would it cost back there where your TV is, that blank wall right there? I know that's your photo studio. How much would it cost to put a banner right there?
I don't know. I've never even thought about that kind of stuff. Are you kidding me? What's the going rate?
I don't know. I'd have to call Kevin.
Are you
how much he's getting?
Yeah, call Kevin. Maybe by the way, we're having a reseller meetup.
Yeah. Let me call Kevin real quick.
Yeah.
Hey, I've got Kevin's phone number. How much would it cost? How much would somebody pay for Kevin's phone number?
Yeah. You ought to call him right now on the podcast
And say,
and
hey,
just
you're
start talking
live.
to him. You're on camera with us. What in the world's going on here?
I'm just going to share his phone number.
And you won't even tell us about a rumor.
Can you imagine if he started just getting 100 phone calls a day?
I think
Hey,
that would
OSP told me to call you.
I'd say that'd be the day the friendship died, probably.
I'd say you're probably right. He has my phone number too, but I have a feeling nobody would call me. So
Wow.
So yeah, so good tape. I'm excited to order it, but I've got to get through some of this. Now do you use the 2-inch or 3-inch?
2. We've thought about changing to the 3.
I think I'm going to.
We've thought about giving it a shot. We wanted to see what this was like first, and I mean, as good as it is, we might just stick with it because it's good.
I mean, the 3-inch though, you would use less, right?
You would, I guess, in theory, yeah, because you don't have to put as many pieces down.
Right. Do you over top of a box? Do you go twice or 3 times?
Usually 3, maybe 4. But with this tape, I mean, I would feel confident doing, maybe 2 and then putting a couple over the end of the carton, over the crease line. Because I don't feel like it's going to be much trouble.
Does it stick? Perfect, it sticks to the boxes good?
Sticks good.
Yeah, that's good. That's awesome. Yeah. No, I'm thinking about when I do ordering a 3-inch gun and switching over to 3-inch.
Let me know how that works because I'd be interested in knowing.
It's going to be a while. I mean, I've got a full case over here of tape. I've not even started it yet. So yeah, I did have to order some bubble wrap the other day too. But all right, enough free conversation about Joel and his American Bubble Boy.
Yes, quit giving everything away.
I know, man. I got to quit that. I got to take a note off Kevin. He don't do nothing for free. All right. Do we want to talk about comments of the week yet?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. I'm excited about it. You want to read yours first? Because yours ain't going to be good. Mine's going to be good.
Mine's great. I'm reading a supporter. Okay.
Well, you didn't have many to pick from. I know that.
I had 2 or 3. Okay.
But they were supporting you, not what you were saying.
Oh, no. Listen, this is the quirky picker. He said, or she said, whoever it is, I am with Caleb. Did you hear that, Chris? I am with Caleb.
It couldn't have been about the boxes, though.
Oh, I rarely use priority mail cardboard boxes. Reason is because I will always choose my shipping after the item is packaged. What did I say? If I put my item in a free priority box, now I've committed it to USPS. Now, if UPS or FedEx was $5 cheaper, I can't save the $5 unless I take the item out of the box, put it in a different box. I get most of my boxes for free via friends, Facebook Marketplace, and some local businesses. So that's good. That's a good idea. I applaud people for doing it that way. That's great. I'm not against people using priority mail boxes either. Chris makes me sound like the hater of all things USPS.
Yes, Caleb's the hater. I will say this.
I drive by the post office and throw my stuff out the window at them because I don't even want to walk inside. That's how bad I hate them.
I will say this. I have over the years several times, once a month maybe, put something in a priority box, get it over here to weigh it, and realize, no, it don't need to go priority and have to take it out of the box and rebox it. Once a month, maybe that happens.
And do you hate anybody? Do you hate buying a box for that reason?
No, because I'm not telling you not to buy boxes. Of course you have to buy boxes, especially moving forward. We talked a little bit about this last week about the ground advantage. That's going to change a lot. It's going to change a lot. I'm going to ship ground advantage a lot for items that weigh over a pound. So it's going to change a lot for sure. But when I ship something priority, I want it to be in a free priority box.
Now I will admit this, what would be neat if they would change their setup to where the priority boxes could go ground advantage or priority. Now that would be a game changer I might have to look into.
Yeah, but they'll never do that.
They'll probably never do
really, over the next 5 years, I look for them to get rid of the free priority boxes, honestly.
I'm really surprised they hadn't already.
But that's
I don't know why they would keep.
Well, I am too.
Flat rates are expensive.
Well, I know why, because all the people that don't know that walk into the desk at the post office, that's the only thing they offer at the post office is flat rate. Mm-hmm. And they just, I had to renew my P.O. box yesterday, or no, Monday. I had to renew it for the year. $194, by the way.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's why you do 3 boxes right there.
Well, if you're a YouTube channel, I highly recommend you having a P.O. box. You don't want everybody that's listening to you to know your home address. I'll say that. But anyways, where was I going with this story? Oh, I had to go in line and sit in line for a minute. And I seen a guy just throw up it was a big box. Something that should have definitely went UPS.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it weighed, but it must have been pretty heavy. I don't know where it was going, but it was like $56. And I was sitting over there just, it was, you want to talk about just driving you crazy. Cause I was like, dude, I could have shipped that for you for $15-20 UPS.
Yeah.
I have thought about that before. Have a little side hustle, put it out there on Facebook before shipping services. Cause I could use pirate ship.
Yeah.
I have thought about that before, especially in my community. Get the word out. Hey, shipping service provided right here. So you don't have to go to the post office. Don't have to go to town. I thought about that before. That could be a good side hustle.
It could.
All right. Comment of the week.
Go.
You ready?
No, probably not, but go ahead anyway.
Little Miss Quasi Q. I think I've read her comments before. She always has good comments. Chris, I am reacting the same as you about the boxes. You need to show Caleb off air exactly how to use priority boxes, and seeing you actually shipping, maybe he will see. I think the confusion is Caleb thinks all priority boxes are more expensive to ship. Maybe he is confusing flat rate with regular priority rates, because no other way to explain this confusion. Thoughts?
I mean, I understand.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I have okay, doing this podcast, there has been 2 things that have became my favorite things about this podcast that I wasn't expecting. Do you want to name either one of the 2 or both?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
My 2 favorite parts of doing this podcast.
Hanging out with me.
No. I was hanging out with you before the podcast.
So
my 2 favorite things about this podcast. Watching you sweat on camera.
Yeah, that does happen.
And making the thumbnails and trying to go through the video and finding the most awkward picture of Caleb I can find.
I have noticed that you always look pretty normal in the thumbnail. And I'm over here like, and there's the days, right?
Let me 48-30 on that one.
Yep, that was today's, or whatever. Yep.
That's today's thumbnail right there.
I'm going to start charging Chris for the thumbnail. That's how I'm going to make money on the podcast.
Listen, Old School Picker channel, my favorite part, one of my favorite parts is making thumbnails. I just enjoy making thumbnails. They're fun, right?
Yeah. And
they kind of tell the story of what's going to be in the video. I'm not saying I'm great at making thumbnails, but I'm saying I enjoy making thumbnails.
Pretty good at it.
Oh, but man, making thumbnails for this podcast are so much fun.
So glad I could provide you with all the entertainment.
Oh, you have. I appreciate it. Well, I told you when we started, if you can't make fun of yourself, you're in trouble, because
that's right.
And if you can't handle making fun of each other, we're in trouble. But so feel free to make fun of me. Do you want to make a thumbnail this week?
I don't even know how to make a thumbnail, so you're safe.
Well, episode 11 now, I've been trying to do a little bit more of me crazy face. See here.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's see. 49, 44.
And
We're making thumbnails live on the podcast.
I hate to cut us short, but update here at the house, we're getting new internet, and they just showed up.
They just showed up.
It just showed up. So,
well, if you need to leave, go ahead, and I'll talk about a couple of other things.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to have to leave one way or the other. I hate to leave you with a live mic. You scare me that way.
No, I won't say anything that you'll hate, but I just hate to do a 49-minute episode. So we'll run it about 5 more minutes, and we'll see how many people just like me. And because if you listen to the last 5-10 minutes of the show, then you're here for me. But if you don't, you're here for Caleb, which I assume most people are here for Caleb.
I'll give you a dad joke, and then I got to bounce.
Oh, dad joke.
Okay. Ready for this?
I'm ready, bro.
Singing in the shower is fun until you get soap in your mouth. Then it's just a soap opera.
That's horrible.
Yes, that was what I was going for.
All right, man. Well, good luck with the internet.
Yeah, hopefully when we meet again, it will be extremely fast and extremely reliable. That's the hopes. So, guys, I will see you. This old guy's out.
And he's gone, I think.
He is.
This old guy's out. All right, guys. Just me here on camera. Oh, is he leaving his camera on? What if we seen a big spider roll across there, guys? What would you think? All right. So, sale of the week for me, since Caleb did have to leave, had the best weekend I've had probably all year on eBay this weekend, just to be honest with you. And I had a bunch of good sales. I could have picked 4 or 5 different ones for sale of the week. And this ain't even my best sale of the week. But I do want to talk about it because I sell this type of stuff all the time. It's a vintage Telex Turner Road King 56 4-pin CB ham radio microphone. If you guys follow me over on Old School Picker channel, you guys know I sell a lot of CB equipment, and I absolutely love selling CB equipment. But what made this one great was I bought a lot of 4 CBs for $20, and 3 of them had microphones on them. I just grabbed them. She said $20. I gave her the $20 and took off with them, right? Well, 2 of the mics were just the regular basic microphones that came with the CBs originally, the Cobra mics, the Cobra coffin style mics. And, I just sold them with the CBs because they're nothing special. And I thought all 3 of them were. Well, when I got to looking, got them home and got to looking, I realized this one mic was a Road King 56 mic. And those are really, really good microphones. And I ended up selling this one for $79.99 plus shipping. So I thought that was really good. I love selling CB equipment. If you're in the South, CB equipment seems to be pretty easily found. So I would highly recommend, if you see CB equipment, at least looking at it and a lot of times picking it up. I recently bought a bunch of marine, like that goes on boats, like big boats, like charter boats, CB equipment the other day, and it's in my storage unit. I bought it and took it straight to my storage unit, and I've not yet went through it or even listed it or looked at it, but I think it's going to be really good. It was like 6 or 8 CBs, I think, for $40. So I know it's going to be a great deal because I'm sure one of them, probably one of the least ones, will pay for the whole lot. So keep your eyes out for CB equipment, and and keep your eyes out for not just the CBs themselves, but the mics. And if you buy a CB with a microphone on it, it may be worth looking the microphone up separately and selling it separately. So $80 on that Road King 56 mic. I thought that was super good. I'm not going to hold you guys much longer, but just keep in mind the Highway 127 meetup, Pickin the Plateau, August the 4th in Crossville, Tennessee. If you're going to be in the Crossville area during the 127 sale, we sure would love to have you guys. And also, a lot of pretty big name YouTubers are coming. Like I said earlier, the Reseller Information Network guys are coming, 3/4 of them. And also Trading Post Pickers is coming. And I don't want to start naming names because I'll forget somebody, but we've got quite a few YouTubers coming. Pretty excited about that. Of course, me and Caleb ourselves will be there with our families. So a lot of you guys have met me, but you may not have met Shannon. And I know anybody that's listening has not met Kobe yet. So, and we are planning on bringing him for some time anyways, but excited about that. So don't forget that. And yeah, shout out for Caleb getting new internet too. Pretty excited about that as well, because I don't know if it's on your end or not, but it may be on my end and it may not even show up when this video comes out. But Caleb was freezing up several times during this recording. So hopefully not. Hopefully this video turns out okay. Appreciate everybody watching. Appreciate everybody being here. Remember to go sub to us on YouTube if you have not already. We actually gained a few subs this week. I think we're, let's see, where are we at? Like 607, I think, subs. Yes, 607 subs. I'd love to hit 700 before the Highway 127 sale. I was hoping to hit 1,000, but that's probably not going to happen. But if you could help us out over on the YouTube side, get us, we're trying to get 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch hours to get monetized on the YouTube side for sure. So thank you guys for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. I think I've went through everything that we were going to talk about. Appreciate you guys. You guys are the best for sure. Remember, don't forget my Whatnot auction coming up Sunday. It will be this Sunday, July the 9th, 7 Eastern. I've already got it scheduled. So if you look me up or just follow the link down below, it will take you straight to that auction. Hit that bookmark, and then when the show goes live, you should, and I say that with fingers crossed, that you will get a notification to be there at the Whatnot auction. No pressure to buy. Come in and hang out with me, and I sure would appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching. 2 Old Guys out.